What's up, family? It's Jose, Debate and Bougie. Welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to go over a technique that I like to use in the summertime called shaky head. So if you're like me, it's almost like spring just kind of flew by. All of a sudden it's summer. And if you know, like I know, summertime fishing can get a little tricky. So that's when you kind of got to switch up your styles. So a technique that I like to use in the summertime, besides just a drop shot, is the shaky head. So the way I'm going to do this video is kind of different from the normal way I like to do my videos. I'm going to go over not only the technique, but I'm going to go over the tackle and rods, reels, actual equipment that I use for this technique. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So the shaky head, let's first off start off with the jig heads. Normally when I talk about the shaky head, most people think about that right there. And this one, I don't know the exact brand on this, and this is a great example of what a shaky head should look like. So as you can see, the line tie right here out front is nice in a forward position. It's away from the hook, so it's not going to hit the fish's mouth as it comes to bite in. They normally do have a bait keep on right here that you can screw the bait on. The problem that I don't like with this particular one right here is that this screw lock bait keep right here is actually pretty long. Do you see that? So it extends, not leaving much of a gap for the fish to actually bite on. So when the fish does come and bites onto here, this might actually hit its mouth first. So when it bites it here and feels this, it could let go and it might not catch on. So you might miss a few strikes. There are a few other brands where this actually does come down a little bit more. So when using something small like this, be careful of that. Look at the line tie position, ensure that it's not that far back, it's more forward, and look at the bait keep. Ensure that that is a little far down. It's a little bit smaller. So definitely key in on those. Another more popular type that I've been seeing and that I like to use is this style right here. So the line tie is much more forward position. This stands up very well, but it does not have the twist on line keep. So that is a problem for some of the baits that you do use. And with a lot of these style kind, this is a little bit thicker hook. So be mindful of that when selecting a rod and reel. Some of your lighter power rods may not be what you need to use when using this style of shaky head. The bait keep for this is right here. So these are your two types. So it's a trade-off on what you want to use or what style you want to utilize. What type of baits can you throw on them? Any type of worm that you would normally use for your drop shot, that's the same style that you want to use on your shaky heads. So your 6, even your 7-inch trick worms, the ones that have a lot of good action, those are the same ones that you want to use on this. If you're not getting any bites on the worm, then go ahead and use a creature bait. Try your craws, your beaver style baits. Those will work also. You can also use a fluke because it looks like a small fish is feeding off the bottom. When people say shaky head, so that's a uncommon, or that name can actually be a little bit misleading. People think that you have to shake it constantly. Not exactly. You shake it a little bit, drag it across the bottom, few shakes, drag it, but you can also dead stick it. Kind of like the same techniques that you would use when utilizing your drop shot. You don't want to shake it constantly. Remember, it's summertime. It's hot. How do you act in the summertime? Are you active, running around constantly? Well, some of you are, But a lot of us know you just want to hang out in the shade and relax. Well, the fish are the same. They're not going to be moving constantly. They're going to conserve their energy. So pitch this stuff around docks, around cover. Make it come out a little bit, relax it, maybe give it a little bit of a shake, and then drag it, dead stick it a little bit, move it around, and come back around. If you're using a 6 or 7 inch worm and you're getting short striked, so it's kind of picking it up, dropping it, picking it up, dropping it on the tail end, well then you can bump down to a 4 inch, 5 inch worm, and that'll take care of that. As far as a rod and reel, when utilizing a smaller set like that, then of course, hey, KastKing makes an outstanding dedicated shaky head rod. Pair that up with the Shakey 3 and you are in the money. Actually, the link to those rods will be put down in the description. It's the Speed Demon Bass Rod and the Speed Demon Pro Shakey Head. Those are amazing. And guess what else I like about this finesse application is that a lot of bass fishermen are like, you know what, Jose, no way. I do want to utilize a finesse application, but I'm a straight casting guy. That's what the amazing thing about the Shakey Head is. If you go up maybe a little bit in weight, or you're utilizing a creature style bait and you have a little bit thicker gauge hook, well guess what? This is the amazing thing. Like I said, you might have to bump up to a medium power rod. Well, guess what? That's when you can bump up to your medium power rod. Right here I have the 7.2 Speed Demon Bass Rod, medium power, fast action tip. I've got it on a KastKing Spartacus, which is a 6-3-1. Perfect for that. It's got the medium power, so I can set the hook on that. But same thing, boom, give it a little bit of shake, drag it, dead stick it a little bit of shake, rotate it in a little bit more, rotate it, boom, we're shaking. So even if you're a straight casting setup guy, you're like, hey, but I want to do a little bit of finesse work, this is the perfect setup for you. And anytime you're working the worm setup, you're gonna put some numbers in the boat or on the bank. So hey, again, if you like these type of videos, hit that like and that subscribe down below. If you like this type of content, head over to my channel, subscribe to the Bait and Bougie page. So as always, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Let's get it.